million to bet with you, but I do have $3 million to bet with you. So this is your offer. $3 million. You put three, I put three.
In the ever-evolving world of combat sports, few matchups have generated as much buzz and controversy as the potential fight between Jake Paul and Andrew Tate. This feud, fueled by bold challenges, social media antics, and divergent motivations, has captivated fans and critics alike. While Jake Paul has established himself as a prominent figure in celebrity boxing, Andrew Tate brings a unique background and a fierce competitive spirit that promises to shake the very foundations of the sport. This comprehensive analysis delves into the dynamics of their rivalry, exploring the motivations, implications, and potential outcomes of a fight that has the boxing community on edge. Andrew Tate, a five-time kickboxing world champion with a formidable record of 76 wins and only 9 defeats, extended a provocative challenge to Jake Paul. I don't have $50 million to wager with you, but I do have $3 million. You put $3 million, I put 3, and the winner takes it all. This offer is not merely about the money, it's a statement of dominance and a test of true combat prowess. Tate's background in kickboxing, a discipline that incorporates both hands and feet, contrasts sharply with Jake Paul's boxing-focused training, setting the stage for a clash of different fighting styles and philosophies. Jake Paul, known for his rise from YouTube personality to professional boxer, initially declined Tate's $3 million fight offer. His reasoning was strategic. Paul believed that the fight lacked sufficient hype, and that he had better opportunities to enhance his career. However, this decision did not sit well with Tate, who perceived Paul's reluctance as cowardice and an unwillingness to face a genuine challenge. Tate's response was swift and aggressive, further igniting the fire of this already intense rivalry. Andrew Tate's reaction to Jake Paul's decline was both verbal and physical. He criticized Paul for his inaction and perceived fear of losing, asserting that Paul might lack the courage to engage in a fight that truly tests his abilities. Tate emphasized that this confrontation was about more than just the financial stakes. It was about establishing who the real alpha is in the combat sports arena. For Tate, the fight represents an opportunity to prove his superiority not just as a fighter, but as a dominant figure unafraid to back his words with action. Tate's narrative positions him as a warrior who respects the grind and the discipline of fighting, contrasting with what he sees as Paul's superficial approach to the sport. By challenging Paul, Tate aims to demonstrate that true combatants do not shy away from adversity or from facing opponents who can genuinely push their limits. This challenge is Tate's way of asserting his legitimacy in the boxing world and demanding recognition from a competitor who has amassed significant influence through unconventional means. Jake Paul, on the other hand, has meticulously crafted his boxing career by selecting opponents who enhance his reputation without posing a substantial threat to his undefeated record. His strategy has involved fighting other YouTubers, influencers, and celebrities who, while popular, do not possess the same level of combat expertise as seasoned boxers or kickboxers like Tate. This approach has allowed Paul to amass a significant following and generate substantial revenue from his bouts, turning boxing into a mainstream entertainment spectacle akin to a reality show. Paul's decision to decline Tate's fight was driven by his assessment that the proposed match lacked the necessary hype to justify the investment. He argued that the fight would not significantly elevate his status or provide the kind of exposure that aligns with his long-term goals. By focusing on opponents within his established network, Paul aims to maintain control over his career trajectory, ensuring that each fight serves a strategic purpose in building his brand and empire. However, Paul's reluctance to face Tate, a fighter with a proven combat background and a dedicated following, has been perceived by many as a strategic avoidance of a true test of his abilities. Critics argue that by continuously selecting easier opponents, Paul may be limiting his growth and undermining his credibility as a legitimate boxer. The question arises, is Jake Paul a master strategist playing the long game to build his empire, or is he simply avoiding fights that could challenge and potentially disrupt his carefully curated image? One of the most intriguing aspects of the potential Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate fight is the clash of different fighting styles. Jake Paul, having dedicated himself to the art of boxing, focuses exclusively on developing his skills within the squared circle. His training regimen emphasizes punching techniques, footwork, and defensive maneuvers specific to boxing, allowing him to excel in this singular discipline. Andrew Tate, with his extensive background in kickboxing, brings a versatile set of skills that include both hand and foot strikes, as well as techniques such as spinning kicks and knee strikes. Kickboxing, as a combat sport, offers a broader range of offensive and defensive options compared to traditional boxing. This diversity in fighting styles introduces an element of unpredictability to the potential matchup, as Tate's experience with different forms of combat could pose unique challenges for Paul. The fundamental differences between boxing and kickboxing mean that each fighter brings a distinct set of strengths to the ring. Paul's specialized training in boxing allows him to exploit the nuances of hand-to-hand combat, focusing on delivering powerful punches and maintaining endurance over multiple rounds. In contrast, Tate's kickboxing background equips him with the ability to utilize a wider array of strikes, potentially overwhelming Paul with a more varied attack strategy. This stylistic contrast sets the stage for a fascinating and unpredictable confrontation. If Paul's boxing-specific training proves superior, he could dominate the fight with his refined punching techniques and strategic ring management. Conversely, Tate's broader combat experience could allow him to outmaneuver Paul with unexpected kicks and a more versatile fighting approach. The outcome of such a matchup remains uncertain, adding to the anticipation and excitement surrounding this high-stakes challenge. Their social media and public perception, fueling the fire stress. In today's digital age, social media plays a pivotal role in shaping public perception and fueling rivalries. The Jake Paul versus Andrew Tate feud is no exception, with both fighters leveraging their massive online followings to amplify their messages and intensify the drama surrounding their potential clash. Andrew Tate has cultivated a persona that resonates with a segment of the online community, presenting himself as an unrepentant alpha male who rejects societal norms and embraces a life of discipline and combat prowess. His confrontational style and bold statements have attracted a loyal fan base that views him as a warrior unafraid to challenge the status quo. Tate's criticisms of Jake Paul's reluctance to fight are amplified through his social media channels, portraying Paul as a cowardly figure who lacks the courage to engage in a genuine confrontation. Jake Paul, meanwhile, has transformed himself into a celebrity boxer with a keen understanding of branding and marketing. His social media presence is meticulously managed to maintain his image as a confident and strategic fighter, focused on building his empire through calculated matches. Paul's decision to decline Tate's fight has sparked a divided reaction among his fans and the broader online community. Supporters argue that Paul is making a smart business move, carefully selecting opponents who will enhance his reputation without jeopardizing his undefeated record. Detractors, however, accuse him of avoiding a true challenge, branding him as someone who prioritizes personal gain over the integrity of the sport. The term ducking Tate has emerged as a trending topic on various social media platforms, encapsulating the ongoing debate over Paul's motivations and the authenticity of his boxing career. Memes, hashtags, and viral posts continue to propagate the controversy, ensuring that the feud remains a hot topic of discussion. This constant engagement not only keeps the potential fight in the public eye, but also serves to heighten the anticipation and speculation surrounding its eventual outcome.